So, I'm out here walking the dog, and today, I just wanted to kind of talk about my history of flipping. So, I consider myself relatively new to the community and the hobby, but that's not really the full truth. So, I kind of picked up flipping, started, or just when I got my first Bally, was summer of 2016. Actually, so I've been doing this for a while, to be quite honest, but I didn't get serious. I didn't really care about the hobby or anything that much. I just own a really cheap, really crappy I think it was a Benchmade 32 clone, and it was terrible. It was so bad. It had awful tap. I think one of the tang pins fell out too. Tang pins fell out. So this knife was absolutely terrible. It was live blade too. But it was cool. I loved it. I don't actually have that anymore. I don't really know what happened to it. Oh crap. But I actually no longer own that. But as soon as that disappeared, I don't know what happened to it. As soon as that disappeared, I actually completely quit flipping altogether, and I didn't get back into it. And I really wish I did. I wish I would have started sooner, because you can tell I'm not that great of a flipper right now. But I guess the next ballad song I got was it was a Baron Son song 5 or something. I don't know. It's gray titanium, but once again, I wasn't too serious about it. I really didn't kind of give two craps about it. I mean, I had this knife, and I didn't even pay for this knife. My older brother, shout out to him, he was super cool, and he actually liked flipping. He had a Kershaw Lucha was what he loved to flip, and he was decent. He was a decent flipper. He has since kind of quit flipping because he's a full-grown adult and he has real stuff to do. And I too am an adult, and I just somehow find time to flip now. But he gave me that Song 5, and I thought it was pretty cool. I loved it a lot. But the problem with Song 5s, all the screws stripped out, and of course, no website, no hardware store sells those screws. You can't get the stupid things. So I actually still have that one. It's in pieces, but I do still have it. But it's in pieces, and that was probably 2019-ish. So 3 years since I got my first Bally, and 3 years since I had picked up flipping. But with my first Bally, all I could do was that was it. Oh, also that, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And I kind of liked the hobby. I just didn't really fully develop any flipping style or anything. But I still like the hobby. So fast forward, after the Song 5 fell apart, which is probably 2020 in quarantine, that's when I started getting a little more serious about flipping. I learned, some simpler stuff like a Y2K and things like that. But that was about where my limitations were. I could do a Y2K, and that was about it. One of my first videos I ever posted of me flipping was with that Song 5. I have since archived that because it was on my main Instagram. And my main Instagram is actually not for flipping. My main Instagram is for me. I actually made a flipping side, or a flipping account. It's called Josh Flips 2. And I have 2 reels on there. Nothing special. I'm not that great at flipping. But my first video I ever filmed of myself flipping was on that Song 5. So fast forward to June of 2022. That's when I got my Mako, and I love my Mako. Shout out to Squid Industries. I don't care what YouTube channel you watch or who you heard from about the Zen pins backing out or anything, or this thing falling apart. Take a good freaking look at mine. Mine is beat to hell. This thing is, I mean, no other Bally you buy is ever gonna last this long. This is the best Bally ever. And guess what? Barely any tap, if any at all. No play, none. And it still flips great. But yeah, fast forward 2022. I buy my Mako, and that's when I really evolved into flipping. And I'm still not super good. I consider myself a beginner because, you know, I still can't do a lot of, I still drop it a lot, which even the good guys drop it a lot. But like you see, my chokers are kind of bad, and I pause in between tricks. I can't fucking double scissor. I'm still trying to double scissor, but I can't get it. But I got my Mako, and that's when I started getting really into it. Then I bought a squid trainer about 2 months later. About a month later, I bought a Nautilus. And then that's when I took off. Like, I was really flipping nonstop then. And I got my Nautilus. Then I started buying live blades. I got a Kraken. Or actually, I got a Talisong Z first. And I got that in May. Or not May, I'm dumb. I got that one in September, I'm pretty sure. Early September. And then early October, I got a Kraken. Then that, I think it was a September drop. No. Okay, I'm getting my timelines all messed up now. I had a Talisong in August. September, I got my first Kraken. Then mid-September, there was a Kraken drop on Blade HQ. And I got a Kraken there. Then I think that's where I am now. I also have 2 gliders. I don't remember when I got those, but I'm not a fan of glider. But yeah, that's basically a brief history of my flipping. Basically, I've been doing this for like 6 years now, which is longer than most of the very advanced flippers. I just did not consider, you know, really trying to flip. I didn't practice any. I really didn't flip at all. I'm sorry. I'm probably sure you guys are tired of seeing my one combo. That's all I have is kind of smooth right now. But I'll try to freestyle for y'all for a second. But that's basically my brief history. I started in 2016 is when I can say I started. I didn't really start. I just had a Bally, and it was a crappy 32 clone. But yeah, if there's any new flippers or people are just considering to get into the hobby, man, do it. It is so fun. It's so rewarding. When you get a trick down and you get it down solid and it looks good, you will be so freaking proud of yourself. Right now, I'm not really feeling that great. I kind of have, I guess it's like body dysmorphia, but with flipping. It's like flipping dysmorphia. I think when I look at my flips, they don't look good. I just feel like they don't look good. And they might not look the best to advanced flippers. But every time I video myself flipping and I look back on it, it looks pretty good to me. Well, while I'm flipping, it just doesn't look good to me. But just get into flipping. Buy a Mako, buy a Squiddy. I really recommend Squid products. This thing's amazing, and it's held up well. And when you first get into flipping, that $100 price tag on this is kind of intimidating. You see it and you're like, holy crap, $100 for a toy that doesn't even work. It doesn't, well, it does work. It doesn't have a blade. It's not functional as a knife. The cool thing about the Mako is it is a bottle opener, but I mean, it's not a knife. So that $100 price tag is gonna be a little intimidating. But don't let that price tag intimidate you. And if you don't want to look at that $100 price tag, get a Squiddy. They're like $45, which still, once again, that could be a little bit of an intimidating price tag. But I mean, just go for it. Just jump in. I was fortunate. My first Bally was a cheap clone. It was $10 at a gun show in Conway, Arkansas. And it was terrible, but I kind of miss it. I kind of want to find another cheap 32 clone just to see like what it feels like to flip now, because I've gotten used to good balance flippers like Mako. That was almost perfect. I'm trying to work on that Z choker, but regardless, I just kind of want to find a 32 clone and see if it still feels the same, you know. But that's probably about it for today's video. I'm gonna try to get more active on YouTube, but yeah, that's a brief history of my flipping. If you made it this far, thank you for watching.